Hey everyone, and welcome back to Real Topics. Today we have a special guest in the house, Mr. Benny G, also known as Refugee.
How's everybody doing?
When we fail to understand that we are not entitled. If God made it, he can take it. If he gave it, he can save it. Rest up in the fact that Christ makes them emancipated. Tailor-made to bring him praise in every way. Every breath that he gives, he has a right to take away.
So today we are going to be talking about side chicks. Now, what side chicks and side men, actually. So what a side chick and a side man is a secondary emotional or physical relationship. Now, in 2018, I don't know what happened, but it just became the popular and the norm. There are shows like Side Chicks out there. People are happily coming out just being a side person. So today we're going to talk about why is it cool or not cool to be a side chick or a side man. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is how a person feels. This is the number one thing I hear is, well, I feel like I love him. I feel like I love her. I'm really into this person. I feel like this. You cannot necessarily help how you feel about a person, but you can control your actions and what you do and how you move forward in a relationship. Personally, I don't believe being a side chick or a side man is cool at all. I got too much pride for that. So don't come knocking on my door. Know that I'm a wife and I'm always on her side. All right, so let's get into it. How are you guys feeling about the feelings that are involved?
Yeah, Benny, how do you feel?
Yeah, being a man. What's up, Benny?
Well, the biggest thing is that too many people live by their feelings. That's why they get in trouble. I could feel like I want to kill somebody today, but I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it.
I'm not. But that's unfortunately, people validate things by their feelings. But just because it feels good doesn't mean it is good.
Absolutely.
And usually there's fruit to accompany whether something is good or isn't. And you see that sooner than later for a lot of cases.
Absolutely. I think that once you're out of the fog of your feelings, sometimes you can just realize, like, I made the poorest decision. And when you're dealing with those consequences, what looked good don't feel good anymore.
You know, I was doing some research, and sometimes the side chicks come about because they're work friends. You know, because they were work friends or because they're in some type of organization or doing something that puts them together and they become friends.
That's funny you say that because there's a
Exactly.
thing out there called work husbands and work wives.
Exactly. Exactly. So it comes out of that. And once that comes out of, then, you know, maybe one night you decide to go eat afterwards and then someone looks at each other differently because you spend time with each other and your feelings get involved because the more you spend time with anyone, that's where your feelings grow. So you have to know that let's just do this and walk away. But sometimes it's hard to walk away because those feelings, oh my God, they will just follow you everywhere and make you think about it. And then if obviously you're in a relationship, that relationship, when there are holes in that relationship, you're missing something, it looks better and better.
But see, now we're justifying. How do you justify letting your actions or your feelings take you there? That's my thing. My feelings don't justify my actions. Wrong is wrong. And I feel like this. You have no place in somebody's marriage. You have no place in someone's relationship. That's just like common sense 101.
Well, you know what? Yeah, it may make common sense, but another thing is that I wouldn't be a side chick if the door was not already open. So side chicks get in because the door is already open. Something's not right at home, so that's why they're able to get in.
If a man doesn't want
get side in man,
because
you know, it's
the
so
cheater
weird to
is
say
just
side man
as-
because it's always a side chick.
It's not, but you're only gonna cheat with the quality that's given to you. If you put yourself in that position, you put yourself in that position.
But
you should know the difference between right and wrong.
But it's not about being right and wrong. It's about, you know, as a woman, if something's not right at home and some other person is paying attention to you, that's where it comes from.
You communicate with your man. You tell your man something's not working.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that I understand how it gets there. Do you understand how it gets there?
Yeah, no, I agree. Usually side guys or side girls happen from an unmet need. And it's not just side chicks and side dudes. That's where a lot of cheating happens, period. You can't find what you're looking for at home or you're not getting it. So instead of working on it, you go find the easy route. It's like not everyone has the time to go and cook a gourmet meal, but everyone can get fast food. And that's what a side chick is. or a side
Fast
dude.
food.
You're
Sounds
fast food.
quick.
Man.
Fast food.
Fast
Side
food.
man.
Something you're not getting
It's
out.
quick. It's quick, but you know
I
what?
like that
It does
analogy.
not make it right.
No,
There's
it
nothing
doesn't.
in the book that says you have to do that. Communication is key. When you open that door, you're also opening the door for your reputation to be destroyed, your health to be destroyed, your family if you have one. And no amount of feelings justify these actions. If you feel like you're lacking something, leave the relationship. What do you think?
I think it's better to leave with dignity and to protect the
Absolutely.
other person than to treat them like they're just something like fast food, where they're disposable and they're not worth anything. And with that same analogy, you can't eat fast food every day because you start to degrade in your health. Your personal nutrition and whoever you keep feeding it to starts declining. And that's what happened to a lot of people's marriages. Instead of them tending to it and taking the time to build it, or even your relationship, the reason it falls apart is because you're not putting in the time.
You have to put in the time, and you have to put in communication. And I think that,
the work.
and I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, obviously, but in relationships on a whole, men get complacent. They get very complacent. A woman needs nurturing and reassuring on a regular basis. We need that. We need to say, I'm beautiful. We need to say, this dress is beautiful. We need that attention. And we give you our attention. Trust. A woman will give a man attention. And then obviously there's some people who don't. But we need to feed on that. And
We
then
all
if
need
you
affirmation.
don't, that
It's important
affirmation,
that it
you
flows
need it
back and
all the
forth.
time. And when it stops flowing and someone's giving to you, like, wait a minute, and then they're men of few words. They don't like to talk, conversate. They're like, this is this and that's it. Women aren't like that. They want to go on and on and on.
So you're out there, you're dabbling, in fast food. That's what we're going to call it today. And the husband or the wife or the girlfriend or boyfriend of that person you're cheating with calls you. What do you do in that situation? Do you pick up the phone and talk to the person? Do you ignore the calls? What do you do?
Well,
I know
think-
what I do if
would
I
you
feel
do?
like this. If I'm bold enough to share body fluids with you, then I'm bold enough to speak the truth and tell you that I'm sleeping with this person, or at least apologize. Apologize. Talk to the person. That's just my opinion. I've never been a side chick, don't ever plan on being a side chick. So
Well, you know what? You have to realize that, both are the man and woman's part. They don't know, half the times, they do not know they're a side chick. Because we do not know what the man is feeding them or what the woman's feeding. Sometimes they don't know. And then when they
Can I
find
slam
out.
the table on that? I disagree. If somebody is calling you at the same time every day, they email you at the same time every day, you don't go to their place, they don't go to yours, you don't go to public venues together, you don't meet any of their friends or family, what's up? What's going on with that situation?
I don't know,
You
because
know
in
if
the
you decide, look,
beginning of
I know that I'm the main chick.
In the beginning of a relationship, you don't bring them in front of your family and friends. You let it bloom first before. You may go 4 or 5 months, I don't just bring anybody home to my mama. They may go several months before you do that.
That's one thing. But there are several hints to let you know that you're a side man or side woman. What do you think? What do you think the main person
I think you're
calls
actually both right. I think there's some people who are so good at hiding it
He's a
Yes.
smart
and
man.
that know how to balance their life because they've never been committed to one thing. So they learn how to juggle throughout life and they
That's
get really good at it. And I also think there are hints that people should not naively neglect because a lot of times people know they are, but they don't want to admit it to themselves. So they stay because it's meeting a need that shouldn't be met by that person.
So what happens if the main person calls?
If the main person calls, get ready to face reality. And every person's different. You have the people that will physically go after you to try and harm you once they
that's
find
dangerous.
out. You have the people that'll take you to court. You have the people who will just walk out and not do anything. But at the end of the day, you have to live with your decisions. Whatever happens, and when that person confronts you, you have to live with it. And it's a lot better not to even go down that route because you're
Get
destroying
out.
you're destroying
Get out.
the other person, and you're continuing to feed a flame that you shouldn't.
Woo. Well, there it is, guys. I say this. This is what my mama taught me anyhow. You ain't got no business in somebody else's relationship. Mind your business. Respect, love, and loyalty are the gems in life. All right? Love each other, respect each other, and keep it pushing. That's all we got for today. Check us out next time on Real Topics.